anyone cut me short. I was thinking this was the way to go, and you put up your puppet show. I say cheers to life. No, I'll be no good man's wife. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. No, you better go home. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. So I woke up, sun in my eyes, forgot all about what I did last night. What I do remember that it was real, real nice. Talks about me are never good. I don't live like the way that I should. Oh well, I'm in for some fun tonight. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. No, you better go home. I'm telling you, it's my time to rise up. Live the life I'm proud of. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Hey now, it's you and I. We could be the next Bonnie and Clyde. Hey now, don't be shy. Follow my lead if you wanna be mine. Oh, it's our time to rise up. Live the life we're proud of. Just leave me alone. I'm running the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call, and the doors will be closing soon. Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. That's right, it's Hump Day, middle of the week. Hope your week is going well. I'm always happy to be back with my Disney family, sitting talking with incredible Disney creators like the gentleman I have tonight. We're going to have some fun talking with him and getting to know him a little bit better. Hopefully those that you do not know him tonight, afterwards you will know him and want to be checking him out on his channel and finding out what he's bringing to our community, because I think he's bringing a lot of great quality stuff. So I'm excited. We will have some special recognitions at the end of the show after the interview, as well as we always do. We will also have some mail recognitions. We got some great mail. Preston got some great stuff in. Dad Builds, I see you're in here. I need that hump day. You know what I'm talking about? I need that soundbite. I know he'll find it. He finds everything. So we're going to have that coming up at the end of the interview. There was some major... I ain't happy about it. There's some major interaction going on between Steve of Steve's World and myself. Just before the stream, I received an email from his attorney giving me a thumbnail that I am required to use. I don't like being told that I'm required to do something, but apparently my verbal contract the other night was stipulation enough, so we'll talk a little bit about that at the end. So if you want to hear me rant for a few minutes about Steve from Steve's World, you're here tonight because I ain't happy about it. But we'll talk about that. We got a lot of good stuff going on and a great interview, so make sure you hang out towards the end of the interview and see all the stuff we have going on. Let me say hello to chat first here, and then my guest is in the green room. We're going to get him in here. We'll get to know him. Phone lines are opening up now. I just hit it. It's open. So phone lines are open up now. We will take questions throughout the stream. If you have questions for Eric, you want to ask, I welcome you to do so. So let me run through here. Matt Williams, good to see you in here, buddy. In here, number one tonight. Number one. Karen Cook's here. Allie's here. Cinderella Loves Disney. We'll be interviewing her later on. Rob Fuzz is in here. God, let me hit that daggone horn. I don't need a problem from him. Rob Fuzz is here. Jeannie's here. Welcome, Jeannie. Great to see you. Cricket Fox. Dre Houston. Of course, Eric. Stevie Lee. Welcome in. Great to see you here hanging out with us as well. Movie Mania Nick in-house. What's up, my friend? Lady D. Jesse. Great to see you. Casey Bryant's in-house. With us, Christine Hickman, of course, Dad Builds, he's always around. Tim Reppel's in, he's a member, good to see you. Alyssa Neal, I'm pretty sure that's Neil in here with us tonight, welcome in. Mar in Memphis, welcome in, Mar. Great to see you. Moments of the Magic, hey, howdy, hey. Great to see you. Faith Open Disney, Barbara, always great to see you in here. Bernie in D.C., stopping in, good to see you, buddy. Yep, my daughter's birthday today. My middle daughter is 18 today. Got to have dinner with her tonight, so that was pretty good. Surf Bomb John, always great to see you. Every time I watch the fishing videos, I think of John. I wonder if he's there yelling at somebody about how to fish right. Let's see who else. Don't want to miss anybody. Jumping back down here. Paul Engel, welcome in, Paul. Great to see you, buddy, in here as well. So Disinfinity Daniel just jumping in. Great to see you guys. Mike Wheeler, number 5's in here. 32 of you in here already. Share us out. Let everybody know what we're doing. And let's go. Let me pull up the share screen button so you guys can see his. That is this gentleman's internet page, his YouTube page. 2.58 thousand people cannot be wrong about how good this person is. And I am one of those 2,058 and proud to be subscribed. You know, you can join him to discuss Disneyland, Disney World, all of the Disney cruise lines. He's an aficionado on cruises. He loves sharing his adventures with you to help prepare your new and upcoming Disney adventures. I love that about people that want to help out as well. He does a lot of food reviews and restaurant reviews, which are great. He's got some tips and tricks in his playlist, which I think will come into it. But, you know, he knows Disneyland thoroughly. And knows Disney World as well, but he's definitely knows the land better than most of my guests, and I'm pretty excited about that. So, UMO Dad, welcome in. Great to see you here tonight. Let's welcome in our guest for the evening. Welcome in Eric D. Good to see you here, Eric.
Hey there. Good to be here. Thank you.
Well, we're excited to sit down and talk with you. Obviously, we planned this quite a bit ago as I was booking everything out, just like everything is with the show. I've got people booked out now through the end of the year for 2021, but I'm glad you're here with us on this one, and we can say, where is my pop-up chat? It bounced back on me. Let me pull this back out real quick because I don't want to miss the chat. If you miss the chat, generally people like Stacy Rogers will call you up screaming, and Eric, that's not fun.
We don't want that.
No. Stacy scares me anyway when she calls me. So when she does other things, it's in it. So let's first take a talk about your social media presence, and then want to talk a little bit about you for what you want to share with our interviewing public, and then we'll dig more into your channel and social media and everything we do. So on Instagram, 344 followers, 182 current posts of when I check this out. YouTube, 2.58 thousand subscribers, which is a solid number for a YouTuber. 100 plus videos. Thing I was impressed with is 403,776 views on your channel. That is solid.
No, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Very grateful for all those.
Oh, you should be, bud. That's a solid number. I mean, if you're out there hitting up all these shorts, which people are doing, you can blow your number up. But if you're not doing that, for somebody who's just putting up their vlogs and putting up their shows and all that, that's solid. So very impressive. So why don't you go ahead and share with the general public just a little bit about you and everything, and then we'll get into your channel a little bit.
Yeah, so Eric D, and started my channel a few years ago and just wanted to share my love of Disney. And so that's kind of what started it. Just been a big Disneyland fan for years, and just a big part of how I would connect with friends and family. And so, yeah, I just want to spread that. And so it's been fun to meet people online, and yeah, just the community. It's been a great part of it, an unexpected part of it.
Foss family, welcome in. You've done a great job of the connecting with the marketing of yourself and building relationships, which is what I am all about. And I first saw you, I think it was with Allie, maybe, and those guys, maybe on a Spill in the Tea or something where you guys were talking. It was one of the things I said, well, hey, this guy does really well. And part of the reason I wanted to interview you. Your channel, as it goes through, talks a lot about Disney. And you mentioned about being to Disneyland a lot, which, as we talked about before the show, I have not done yet. That it's a bucket list thing to do. Talk a little bit about your love of Disney and how that came about and how you first started finding all of this that is influenced by what's behind you today. Your name in Walt Disney script with Mickey right below you. I think it's cool.
Yeah. So I think with that, it was, I don't live necessarily as close to the parks as a lot of vloggers do. You have those who are really close in Florida, which is awesome, and those really close in California. It's more of a vacation thing. And so it's something I would look forward to a long time. It's something that you plan with your family members, or I'd plan with a group of friends. And so I think that was always just kind of when you're going through, whether it's a hard challenge or going through maybe a rough patch, it was always the thing we'd be looking forward to. And so I think that's kind of where the love started. And then it just kind of increased from, a once every 2 year thing, a once every year thing. And then all of a sudden it's, 5 times a year, I'm finding myself at a Disney park somehow. And so, which I'm not complaining about. So, although it has been my longest away from a park because of, the worldwide pandemic. I haven't been back since January to Walt Disney World. So
that's a long time. Now, you talked about your obviously your love of Disney and Disneyland. You've been going to there since the early 80s. That's quite a long time. You've seen a lot of the changes and everything that's going on with the parks. But tell me about some of the things that you love out there about Disneyland that come to mind when you think about your love of there.
Disneyland, because I definitely visiting both coasts. You got to love both coasts for different reasons. Mm-hmm. I think with Walt Disney World, it's the grandeur of it all. There's so much to see. There's so many different opportunities. For Disneyland, because it's much smaller to begin with, I think pound for pound, square foot by square foot, there's a little bit more magic in those small square feet, just because they have to pack a lot more attractions in that small, square footage. And also just knowing Walt was walking through there. We talked a little bit about that beforehand, but knowing that was kind of his dream. So yes, the castle's a lot smaller. And so I know people who it's their first time seeing it, it's kind of like, is that really the castle? But, for those of us who are used to it, it's kind of dear to our heart because that's the castle that Walt built. So,
oh yeah, I mean you got to think about it. Everything was done in '55. That was the first thing, and it was, it was supposed to be called Walt's Folly, and it was going to fall apart. And look what it, has developed into. You and I wouldn't be sitting here today had Walt not decided to do that castle and all of us build it. So I think that's very cool. I always enjoy hearing about that passion when I talk to people that come from out there. So that is absolutely awesome. As you put your channel together, what were some of your influences for one wanting to do a channel, and then obviously to making it a Disney based channel? And don't forget, everybody, this is open. Throw your questions into the chat that you have. Those of you that have the number to call in have the authority to do so if you want to ask questions of Eric here tonight. So welcome in, Space Mountain Dave. Great to see you here, buddy. So yeah, if you could answer that for me, I'd love to hear that about your channel, where it was coming from, and the influences.
Yeah, so the reason why I kind of started it is so often I was getting questions from friends or family or people at work, because they all knew me as the person who loved Disney, that they would always be asking me for tips and tricks. And so I wanted a way to help them too, because I'd have so much information and I always was worried I was overwhelming them, or they wouldn't have, so I want to make a way I could clearly explain it to them. And so I was like, well, if I just made little video clips where I'm like, here's my top 3 restaurants, here's my, top 3 attractions you need to. So that's where kind of the idea started, just to be able to help those people who might not be visiting the parks as much be able to have a better vacation, a better trip. So that's where it started there. And then it's just kind of expanded from there. So that was the idea. And then as you start to see other YouTubers getting to see those, people, you're like, oh, wow, that's really cool how they did that. I want to build on that, or I really like that idea. Let me build on that.
Now, how long have you actually been doing your channel? I know, because I look at people's dates and it always gives the first date that they open their channel. Doesn't mean how long you've been engaged. How long would you say you've been engaged in your channel, Eric?
So the first few videos I posted, it was just me posting videos from Run Disney races where I strapped the camera to my head, and the intention was not to necessarily make official videos. I'd say posting weekly. I'm 2.5 or maybe 3 years into that. But yeah, the first initial ones, it was every 6 months posting a Run Disney race, just camera strapped to my head.
Okay, 2.5 years. I mean, that's roughly about 1,000 subscribers per year, and if you can, that shows that the quality of your content is there. So that's a good thing. Let's see. Cricket has a question from Australia. Is there one ride that you would like to reimagine out in Disneyland?
Good question. Like most Disney fans, I'm a little uptight on, I like to stick with the way things are. I get uptight if things change too much. I've liked the things they're changing so far, as far as like how they changed. I did like Tower of Terror changing to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, and I'm excited to see what they're doing with Avengers. But as far as other things changing, I'm trying to think of something in Disneyland. Well, okay. Tomorrowland, there's plenty of room that I think, whether it's currently the Autopia, updating something there, or currently what used to be our Carousel of Progress, and then America Sings, that building is now just used for, it's just basically for Star Wars meet and greet right now. So okay. I think definitely there would be some opportunities for a new coaster there, or it's a big plot of land. So I think there's definitely some things they could do there. So I don't have anything brilliant, but that's the area that Tomorrowland needs some love at Disneyland.
That's good. I love that. Elena's in here. Welcome in, Elena. Aloha. Just a reminder also for everybody that is an inducted member into the Legacy Hall of Fame scenario, all emails went out with voting ballots in the last 2 days. So make sure you check your email, find your voting ballot, and get your votes in for the next class. I just saw a bunch of the members here, so that's why I wanted to remind them. Allie has a question. She says, what is your favorite hotel or restaurant, hotel or resort to stay at?
For Disneyland, it was amazing staying at the Grand Californian. That is the one that is kind of right next to Disney's California Adventure, and you have that entrance right into the park. You can walk right in. And yeah, so getting to look out your balcony and see all the people in the park, that is pretty amazing. And
wow.
Yeah, at the cost, I'm not sure if I can justify that staying there when, for a standard room, it's over $600 a night sometimes. You can't always justify that. Wow. Yeah, can't always justify that. Yeah. But for those once every so often things, or if you get an upgrade, it's definitely worth it.
Okay, cool. I like it. Tell me some of the channels out there that let me take a step back. let's talk about your channel name first. Obviously, Eric D. You've done some with Disneyland Eric in the past and kind of manipulated and incorporated that. Welcome in, more sunshine, please. Great to see you. Jimmy, thank you for coming in. Great show last night, Jim. I ninja watched a lot of it. Excellent show last night. Tell me about how you thought about your process of coming up with your name and how you wanted to be represented out there. I love how under your logo currently, Disney, Travel, and Food kind of says it all. But tell me what you thought there.
Yeah, so if you remember, well, it initially started out because most of my videos were at Disneyland. So it was Disneyland Eric just because I picked that as the name when I was posting my Run Disney videos, and that seemed simple enough. But then we heard rumors that 2020 was going to be a scary year because the YouTube COPPA, the child protection law was going to come out. So they were telling us we might want to change our name so it wasn't so. And we thought that would be the worst thing of 2020, and that was the least of our concerns in 2020. That was the least of our concerns. But also at the same time with that, like I like to go to New York usually once a year to go and see Broadway shows, and I'd usually go and see Disney Broadway shows in New York, but I felt like my channel wasn't, I like to show that off, but it wasn't Disneyland. And I also like to go on the Disney cruises and like to do the Run Disney races in Florida. And so anyway, Eric D just kind of encapsulating who I am. It seemed like an easier approach since I might want to add future stuff. So that's where that came from.
Cool. I love it. I would go with Eric D, Disney Specialist. That's what I'm,
I like it. Thanks.
Whenever I recognize you on there, when I see you in the chat or anything, that's what I'm going to call you, Eric D, Disney Specialist. So, Allie, I expect that to be done on your show anytime Eric's there. So, I always like, just getting Allie fired up. So, tell me about some of the channels out there that either you follow now or that have influenced you. We all have those channels that come to mind. Obviously, I always preface this question with, ladies and gentlemen, he's not going to remember every last channel out there. Please don't take offense if he doesn't yell out your channel. It's not about that. It's just about talking about that. But when you're put on the spot, it's hard to remember every last one. But if you'd be so kind to indulge me, I'd be curious about that.
Yeah. Some of the bigger name channels that just when I started out, Justin Scard, he does a lot of videos at Disneyland, and he does a lot of research into it. And I respect that when it's the research, he knows kind of the history of things, and it's not just flying off the seat of, I think this is happening, and I think that's why they did that, but he knows the backstory of it all. Another one, it's called Magical Journeys, and they do the Wonderful World of Food. I'm not sure if you've ever seen them. They have a ton of subscribers, but they're amazing. They do great Disneyland food reviews. They're really great. Okay. And also Dylan, who his channel is Theme Park Obsession. Yeah. All three of those channels put out really high quality videos. So I like all of those. And of course, then there's all the friends who've been helping me along the way, whether it's Cinderella Loves Disney, whether it's Matt and Alex, if you've ever seen their channel. There's a ton of, I won't try and start naming names because I'll miss everyone. D&G Explorers, More Sunshine Please, lots of great people that are very supportive that have encouraged me. But as far as when I was early starting out, those were some of the people that I looked to.
Awesome. And while I'm thinking about it, I know this is off topic, but I want to throw this over to you. In my playlist for 2021 under Disney Creators, which is where your show is located, I just booked a Disney couple that their whole channel is all about Disney runs. They were into the run like you were, but they're now creating a new way to do Disney virtual runs, but still have the experience of it. It's a very unique thing, and I'm looking forward to interviewing them at the end of the year. I know that Meg is big into the Disney run, Mickey's Magic Meg. She went over and saw their channel and said, oh my God, this is cool. So just to let you know about it, if you want to check it out, know what you're going to run. Welcome in, Stephanie. Thank you for joining us here, tonight. David Cantrell says, question, how do you get people to check out your channel? Interesting.
It's a double-edged thing because I'm also very I don't want to be over the top salesman-y with my channel all the time, always telling people to look there because those people on social media. And if anyone is that, I'm not saying anything negative, but I don't always want to be constantly talking about the channel because I already am talking about Disney all the time. Mm-hmm. But I do try to, every 3 months, usually I try and have a video that I feel is pushing me and pushing my level up a little bit. And I try to promote those more and get people to go and see those videos. So that's one of the ways I try and do it.
And I see that Matt Williams says he just subscribed to you, Eric. I think that's great, Matt. Awesome. There's his channel up
Thank
there
you.
again, guys. I just wanted to share that with everybody as we keep doing it.
Thanks, Matt.
Good question. Space Mountain Dave is new to the scene himself, trying to be a creator, so I know why he's asking that question. It's a good question for everybody to ask. So let's talk.
I can add one thing onto that I've learned though. Because I've done several giveaways and I thought, oh, like that's where I'm going to get my biggest increase. And I did, you got 34 more subscribers that day or 35. The times when I've had the biggest subscriber increase is when I've had the most views on videos that people thought were the high quality ones. So when I got 5,000 views in one day on a video because it was a topic people were really interested in at that time, that's when I got 80 subscribers in one day. So it was always interesting to me that I was like, oh, that's what it took. It wasn't that I was offering a free waffle maker. It's that they really wanted to know more about this topic.
That's a great point. Relevance to the timing is key. That's a great point. Happily ever, Yeti. Great to see you. I saw you in a stream. I was in somebody's stream recently, and you said hello to me, and I did not mean to be not replying. I was just struggling with some of my medical stuff and not able to say hi, but I wanted to say hello to you personally here. Nathan Rada, welcome in. Great to see you. Zoel's World, welcome in. I'm going to be interviewing her down the road. She's got a great channel that we're going to talk about later on down the road. I'm excited to do that. All right, so let's talk about your channel for a second, a little bit more in depth here for a minute. You've got 11 playlists on your channel with 94 total videos tied up in there. You got well over 100 videos plus on your channel, which I think is excellent. Let's talk about some of these topics and where you're going with these playlists and everything to try to help. And I'm going to throw them out here, and then I'll kind of let you come back and pick and choose which ones you want to talk about. His current 11 playlists, the bigger ones that I saw, Disney Cruise Vlogs, Walt Disney World Restaurant Vlogs, Disneyland 2018 Vlogs, Disney Cruise Food and Port Adventure Reviews. I thought that was kind of cool. Disneyland Tips and Tricks, Disneyland Food Runs and Restaurants. Which is awesome. Welcome to the Woods. Welcome in. Great to see you. Christmas at Disneyland. We'll talk about that at the end. Let's save that one to the very end because I want to touch base on that. And, of course, Run Disney Races and Trips. So let's talk about your playlist and kind of where you were going with it, what you're trying to do with it, what people can find in there. I'll let you expand because you know your playlist better than anybody else.
Yeah, kind of like I was describing with the hope of the channel. It's always to help someone who's planning their vacation. Because for plenty of us, it's not the everyday thing where we get to go into the park. And so you want to make the most of those 4 days or 5 days you have there. And you want to, and I kind of have that overanalyze everything, want to make sure I'm having the best experience possible. So I want to have those food reviews. That's really what it's out there, where I really go over each restaurant and talk about the pros and cons of why I would do it. And if it's worth the money, what you're going to expect there. And so I think those videos get a lot of views, and also the ones that actually get the most views is the cruise videos. And I think that is because for a lot of people, that's a once every, 3 years, every 5 years kind of trip where they're spending a lot of money on it and they want to make sure they're making the right choice on that. So it makes me happy when someone comments and like, we're planning a trip and this was so helpful. And then they comment, months later and say, we went on the trip. It was so great. These videos were really helpful. So that always makes me happy.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I just saw More Sunshine, Please said, as a Floridian, I really enjoyed Eric's vlogs documenting his visit to Walt Disney World a year or two ago. So that's a very nice comment by Jim. I saw Craig joined us from Love and Diz World. Welcome in, buddy. I thought that you did a great job with some of your restaurant reviews. You kind of try to give a very fair, across the board, not this is what I love type take a thing and deal it. So I just wanted to comment there. I thought that was really good. In a sense.
Thank you.
So, Casey Bryan says, what do you feel is most rewarding part of having a channel, and what is the most challenging part of having a channel?
I think the rewarding part is getting those comments from people when they say that I did help on their vacations. And every so often I have had people, a few in the parks, and a few actually on the cruise ship, who have come up to me and say, hey, we used your video to help plan this. And like, at the muster drill for the cruise line, someone comes up and, are you Eric D? So now that it's like, I want to be famous, but it's like, your video helped us plan this trip. That's really meaningful to me. The thing that is not my favorite is when you put so much effort into a video and you put a lot of work into it, and you know it's even better than some of your videos, but for whatever reason, the algorithm or just the timing of it doesn't work out, and you see other videos that aren't that great getting picked up, but your video is left behind in the dust. So, yeah. But that's life. It's okay.
That's a great point. As a creator, for new creators out there, you can't get frustrated with that, because that is going to constantly happen. I've had that happen with regular vlogs. I've had that happen with shorts. I've even had that happen with some of my live interviews, where I've interviewed somebody who was a major, incredible talent that I thought was going to do great. We had hardly any people in here. And then I've interviewed somebody who was brand new, and we've had hundreds of people. You just never know, and you kind of got to work with it and keep going out. Lady D Jesse says, I just subbed to Eric. We'll check out his videos later. Awesome. Happily Ever Yeti says, I look forward to seeing some of your vlogs, Eric. That's awesome.
And just one point on a video that I worked really hard on, just an example of how sometimes it doesn't turn out how you think it will. I went around New York City, and I went to all the different locations that happen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So whether it's where Stark Tower is, or whether, Doctor Strange. So I went and filmed all these locations, because that's kind of Disney, Marvel. I went to all these different locations, filmed it. In the first week, it didn't even, I don't think it broke 100 views. It was, I put into all this effort, got all these cool shots, everything. But now it's been up over a year. Each, it's always getting usually 25, 50, 60, 80 views a day. It's still chugging along now. Over time, it's still getting a lot of views. But for that first 2 months or 3 months, it didn't get any views. So don't get down if your videos aren't working out at first.
Great point. Great point. Carmob, welcome in. One of my favorite names out there. Rosalie Dana, welcome in. Great to see you here with us today. So Movie Man Nick says, cool. I'm going to check out that New York City collage. He wants to check that out. So that's good. Eric D, I remember that video. It was excellent. As a Marvel fan, I enjoyed it. Allie said, which I thought was nice as well.
Thank you very much.
I thought you did a good job, too, with all of your Run Disney stuff. You gave a full perspective of a runner going through and could really see that. Talk a little bit about your passion for Run Disney, as long as it also ties into your channel. Tina Marie, welcome in. Go ahead, Eric.
So with running, I was never into running when I was younger, and so that was something new, and I had never run a race before until I was preparing to do Run Disney, and so I really only got into it because of Disney. And I think that's one of the awesome things about the Run Disney races, is that when you are, so now I've done other races where it's, whether it's local or, state races or things like that, where it's bigger ones. But the thing about the Run Disney races is the majority of the people who are there are not there because they love running. They're there because they love Disney. And so they've really put in effort to do this thing related to Disney. And so there's a different feel. There's, it's just a different experience where I go to these other, professional, races in the state where it's, people are, just trying to get a time, beat their personal best, where at these Run Disney events, some people, they're just hoping to get across that finish line, and they put in a lot of effort to get to that point. So it's just a very cool perspective to see people pushing themselves. And of course, there are those people who are professional runners and are taking it to that next level, but the majority are people who love Disney first. And that's a cool thing to see.
I was always impressed too. It seemed like their Disney merch, their shirts were a level above others that I've seen out there, other things to do in the park. They were incredible. And the actual medals were collector's pieces. They were incredible.
Yeah, so here's my medal from my most recent run. That was,
let me bring you to the center here, Eric, on that one. Wow.
So that was
13.1 miles.
Yes, that was my half marathon at Walt Disney World. So
holy Toledo. Look at the size of that thing. It's gorgeous.
Yes, and so you get to walk around the park. And then this was a 10K at Disneyland. It was the Thor 10K. So, and it's Thor on that side, Loki on this side.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway. And when I was on Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, it flipped up and hit me.
Wow. Yeah,
I'm wearing it around the park all day, and then I'm like, maybe that wasn't the smartest idea. So, but no, it was all good.
Those things are gorgeous. I have friends of mine that do the runs, and one of the girls said, "Hey, one of these runs, I'm going to do it for you, and I'm going to send you the medal." And I was like, "I'll hang that behind me with pride if somebody does that for me." So I think that's pretty cool. What's up? What in the world with Russ? Welcome in, buddy. Great to see you. Been seeing Russ everywhere lately, although he didn't get me Gideon's cookies last night. Russ, you're on the list, buddy. Casey Bryan and Matt Williams are two of my members. They always have member questions. Matt Williams says, if Disney decided to build a new theme park to celebrate the Disney YouTube community, and they asked you, Eric D., to build a ride based on your channel or your love of Disney, a ride or show, what would that be? What do you think that would be if you were building your own concept ride or show?
I would go with something like either Great Moments with Walt Disney, where it's kind of a Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, but it's Walt, animatronic Walt talking, or kind of carousel of Walt Disney's experience, where you're sitting in there and you start out with him as a young boy, then it progresses to him, you know, kind of having the trouble with Oswald, losing Oswald, and then creating Mickey, and then ending him in Disneyland, kind of full circle.
Both of those are awesome. That's one of the best answers I've ever heard of that question. That's fantastic. I love that.
I just came up with that. Let's write that down. That was a good one. I'm usually not good like that.
Well, that was fantastic. Guys, you got a lot. That's a great answer that he just gave right there. It was interesting. We talked. Right now, you don't have merchandise, but that may be something that we do down the road. I was surprised you weren't a big collector. Usually we have a lot of people that are collectors of stuff, but you kind of said you kind of tinker a little bit here and there, but you don't have an overall massive collection of something. So. Yeah,
just little things here and there. When I compare myself to other YouTubers, I'm like, oh, I'm not a collector. So I have little things here and there, but nothing like the collections of other people. So
cool. Make sure you guys keep throwing questions in the chat. Phone lines are open. If anybody wants to call in, you're welcome to just throw them in your chat. We'll keep getting to them. We're going to talk about a couple other topics here, and then we'll move to close things out so we can finish in an hour. Because I know Eric's had a long day as well. You are a D23 member. How many times have you attended D23?
I haven't got to go out to the big conference, but I have been to some of the little events that they've had. And probably my favorite one was they did a special, they were testing the Hunchback of Notre Dame before they were seeing if they could take it to Broadway they were doing kind of a test run of it in San Diego. So I got to see that. And then they also did a test run of it in New Jersey at the Paper Mill Playhouse. But in the end, it didn't make it to Broadway, so it just does regional now. But that was one of my favorite D23 events.
Cool. That's awesome. I think D23 members get special appreciation all the way through. Barbara says a Walt animatronic telling his story, that would be awesome. Yeah, I agree. Barbara. When we were talking about your channel a little bit ago, we talked about Christmas at Disneyland. Talk to me about that playlist, and then I'm going to talk to you about some relations with Halloween and Christmas after the fact. But talk about that playlist for a minute.
Christmas is one of my favorite times at Disneyland. I mean, it's always themed very well, but they just take it up another notch during that time of year. And of course it does last for like 2 months because it's Disney. So they, want to string that out. So, and there's so many things to do that really in even a week's period of time, you can't fit it all in. So really the point with that playlist was just to highlight some of the best things, whether it's all the entertainment they add or the food items of what to maybe focus on if you only have a few days there, to help people know what to focus on, or at least what I recommend. So
let's talk. This is a question I'm always curious about as I talk to my guests. Halloween versus Christmas in the park. Let's talk about that. Where do you stand on that? Are you a Halloween person in the park, a Christmas in the park, that type of thing? Just curious there.
I do love both, and I've loved the, they've changed the name of it now at Disneyland, but the Halloween party that you can go trick-or-treating with, and all the character meet and greets there and dress up. So I do love that. I've done that before. But I think Christmas time at Disneyland is my favorite just because they do have so many special events, whereas with Halloween, they have some decorations at Disneyland and the extra party that you can pay to get into. But at Disneyland, they have a special World of Color show. They have a special fireworks show. They have all of that stuff, and you don't have to pay any extra. It's all included in your regular day. So that's pretty fun. Yeah,
it's good. I know. Well, and Cricket already started putting in there. Hallowismas is kind of where I talk. I talk about Hallowismas all the time because I down in Florida, I absolutely love the Halloween parade. I think it's one of the best parades Disney puts out there. But yet the ambiance and the surrounding of the Christmas type season all throughout the entire property is absolutely incredible. It's just a a feeling like no other. So good answer. I get that. So Jim More Sunshine, please says, I have a question for Eric. What are Eric's thoughts on the changes coming to Jungle Cruise? Great question, Jim.
I am okay with it. I'm excited to see how they do it, and I think it is probably a good approach of how they're handling, improving the ride overall. And I'm excited that they're not just going with adding stuff from the movie, even though I hope the movie does great. Right. I think that kind of dates the attraction. And I think it will be great to keep it where they can have the skippers kind of still being the star of the show with the jokes and everything. So the updates, I think, will be good. And in all truth, I think Jungle Cruise is one of the attractions that has changed the most over the years, just depending on always updating little things. And for Disneyland's 50th, they updated a lot for the Disneyland version. So I'll be excited to see how they update this one. So yeah, I think it looks exciting.
Yeah, I'll be happy to see that as well. All right, looking for any more questions in the chat. For Eric, I'm going to recap here what we talked about. Eric, what I was thinking is, if you're okay with it, after I do my recap and all, I'll keep an eye on questions that pop in throughout here. But hey, Cyprian Seni, hi from Romania, Europe, 2:35 a.m. Checking in on Eric D. Welcome in. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. If you're okay with it, I'll work on my close for a little bit. And if you want to hang around and we could do a final thought at the end and maybe say goodbye to everybody together, if you're up for that.
No, that would be awesome.
Okay, we love that. All right, let's talk for a second again. Let's recap. First, here's his channel, guys. Whether you're finding me now live or you're finding it on the replay, there it is. It is Eric D. He's available here on YouTube. As I said, 2.58 thousand people can't be wrong. They found his channel, realized that it's quality, just like I did a while ago. Magic for 4, welcome in. Great to see you here as well. I just watched the Marvel vlog. Great job, Movie Mania, Nick says. Yeah, Eric does quality stuff. When I first found him, it was one of the things I was most impressed with. But this is his channel. Again, he's got 2.58 thousand subscribers, over 100 plus videos, over 400,000 channel views, 403,776. And that is a massive number considering nothing was a shortcut. It wasn't like he got it off of one video, just hit and he got all of his numbers off of that, or he hit on a bunch of shorts or any type of thing like that. He has really done it with a wide variety across his portfolio, and that's impressive because it means that he's doing quality stuff. Anthony the Molar Man, welcome in. Great to see you here as well. So again, go over and check out all of Eric's stuff on his channel. He also can be found on Instagram under Eric D, I believe. Eric, is that correct?
I think it's Disneyland Eric.
Disneyland Eric. And I thank you to all my moderators who have been putting Eric's links into the chat throughout the night too. I appreciate that as well. Check him out over on Instagram. He's got 182 posts over there. A lot more to come. The great thing about Eric's channel is as the parks open back up, I guarantee you we'll be seeing a lot of great content from Eric out there. It's one of the few Disneyland people that I've interviewed. I want to get more Disneyland people onto our channel and start bringing more of where it all started to our channel as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start our close. If there's any other questions for Eric, post them in here. We'll make sure we throw them out and get them at the end. But let's talk about some things and have some fun. Everybody's saying congratulations to Eric, and I love that. I appreciate that. So let's talk about a couple things real quick. Let's see where we want to go. First, let's talk about the Clubhouse. Don't forget to check us out over on Facebook at the Disney Chaos Clubhouse. It's a place for creators. It's a place for your content creators to post product. It's a place for people that are looking for product to find it. So please go out, stop in there, request to come in. We'd love to have you come in. Eric, there's a great question for you. What was it? Lady D says, which one of Run Disney medals is your favorite?
One of the ones that I love the most, and it is Captain America's shield, and that was a pretty meaningful one for me because he's my favorite Avenger. So it was one of the first races I did, and to get Captain America,
that's pretty cool. I got to be honest with that. That's pretty cool. All right, let me jump back down here and let's talk about Cristina Wittmann, ladies and gentlemen. Cristina Wittmann, she is our paid endorsed sponsor of the show for the evening. Cristina Wittmann, if you're looking to move to the Orlando area, if you're looking to upsize, downsize your area from where you're living right now, if you're looking for a rental property, this is a Disney loving agent that knows the area. Thank you, Space Mountain Dave. Thanks for another great stream, Pete. Eric was awesome. Really enjoyed having me some food for thought. So thank you, sir, for hitting us up there. Let me just do this real quick. I want to do it right as we're doing things here. It is a Fast Pass by Space Mountain Dave Cantrell. So she works for Century 21, the number one location in the state, office in the state, number 16 in the world. Cristina Wittmann, she will put the gold into your sale. And by gold, I mean the Century 21 gold sold sign on your property. Whether it's selling or buying, Cristina Wittmann, all of her information can be found in the body and description of this video. Tina's posting it right there. I can't say enough about this young lady and how just overwhelmed I am with her love of Disney and her love to want to help bring Disney magic to people that are looking to move down there. Please reach out to her if you have any real estate questions. I want to thank all of our members for the channel tonight. Clubhouse members have 4 different levels. It's a VIP membership. I should change it up on the screen. I think I will fix that and start calling it that on there as well, the VIP membership. And if you do the upper levels of the membership, of course, you get mailed one of the custom minted Disney coins that many of our members in this chat have. And I guarantee if you ask any of them, they will say that they are incredible. We're exceptionally proud of the quality and time that was put into these. So become a VIP member of the channel and get recognized all the time. LBV TV, we want to thank them. They're a hashtag not a sponsor, just a friend. They do a great job with their shirts. This is their Lake Bona Visitors shirt over on Etsy. Yoda Best, that's what she's saying, Yoda Best. You can find this shirt if you like The Mandalorian over there. I think it's a great one. Go check it out over on Lake Bona Visitors. Speaking of the coins, I forgot this. We had a nice little note come in from JoJo about the coins.
JoJo, we're in Epcot tonight. Wish you were here, but we're so excited for you to come back to Disney World. We're chilling here. I love this, by the way. I just joining the chaos. It's just, I love the idea of it. And I know some days are harder than others, but just stay strong. And something I like to say all the time is every day is a blessed day to be alive, because tomorrow's a new day where we can just get up and create something of our lives. So looking forward to you getting back here in Disney World, and let me know when you are here. I'll be here. Come here.
Awesome. That was JoJo from JoJo's World. I said, I don't know, he's up near 40,000 subscribers or something now. He's really doing well, but it was nice of him to send me that note. And that I wasn't even sending him that coin. He just happened to see it. There was another VIP member that was in the park that saw JoJo and said, hey, have you ever seen this coin? And JoJo wanted to send me a note, which I thought was cool. This is my shirt for Team Pete. That's the shirt for our channel. If anybody's interested, you can reach out to Robin Wilkie right there at that email, and she will get you out a shirt. They're $20. A little bit different in the way we're doing it. The proceeds of this shirt are all going towards my medical bills. No money is going directly to me. It's going to help with some of the challenges that I face with my medical thing. So Casey Bryan says, I got my Pete shirts. They're fantastic. Well, that's great to hear. Team Pete shirts available right there. Just email Robin Wilkie, send her a Venmo for $20, and you too can have one of the Team Pete shirts for our channel. If you get them, please do me a favor and let us know out on social media. Let's run through Magic Mail real quick. I'll be a short run through Magic Mail. Had some cool things happen. We received an awesome card from Casey Bryant, which I thought was awesome here. A beautiful, well note. This was written to Preston. He also sent Preston an amazing amount of pops for Christmas as a Christmas present. I thought that was incredibly generous by Casey Bryant. Hearts in the chat for Casey. I see he's in here right now. I can tell you Preston was jumping up and down, yelling and screaming as he was opening boxes, and we just wanted to say thank you for what you did for us, Casey Bryant, and more, not for us, for my son. Also, Casey sent us a beautiful card as well with a beautiful note to my wife and I, and then he sent us a dozen Florida Tangelos, they are awesome. Get them cold. They're delicious. Florida right off the vine. Can't say thank you enough for Casey and his holiday love for all of us. So Casey Bryant, he's a VIP before he even joined the club, just because of how he treats us. I'm so grateful and humble to him. Merry Christmas. This was a cool card that we received late because of the holiday mailings here. There's producer Preston saying thank you in there right now as well. This was from It's Joey's World. Keith, Lisa, and Joey. We got one of the Joey's World stickers, which is now on my computer. It was great to see a card from Joey for the holiday season. Always means a lot to me when you see something from It's Joey's World. Anything. And then Stacy Rogers sent me this card, and there was stuff inside of it that I couldn't put on here. A lot of profanity from Stacy Rogers. Does it surprise you that Stacy Rogers is offer marker? We all know it. A. Ryan, great to see you. Captain Akron and AJC Amy, welcome and great to see you. But Stacy took care of Preston. She sent him a Matterhorn bobsled Donald pop for his collection, which I thought was awesome. Then she sent him this X-Wing fighter Disney ornament for the tree, which I thought was kind of cool. And Stacy, very gracious, a whole box of these little pops, which I didn't understand what they were, but Preston went crazy when he sees them. And this was very cool that Stacy took the time to send these over to Preston. Again, I always love it when Preston is taken care of because he means so much to me, and it shows how much he means to you. So thank you very, very much. Very cool on behalf of them. So let's talk about congratulations, and we'll go through here and finish out the end and bring Eric back on to finish out the show. Congratulations. We always say hello and thank you to everybody. So congratulations to Kadani Sean. Recently went over 100 subscribers. That was awesome. He's got his I'm celebrating button there. So congratulations, Sean. You got Theme Park Foodies. I like these guys, Jay and Sam. I think they're pretty cool. 505 subscribers. They just went over the 500 mark. They're heading towards 1,000. They've got their celebrating button on. Congratulations to Theme Park Foodies for their success. Then you got Mermaid Nina Travels. She just went over 3,500 subscribers. Hoping to grow to be that big someday myself. But congratulations to Mermaid Nina. She's got her celebrating button there as well. Let's talk about views. Christy's Corner. Christy is not here throwing makeup on us tonight, but she's having a great day. She hit over 200,000 views on our channel. And I know I'm not highlighting him tonight, but Lovin' Disworld is really crushing it, doing a lot of good things. He's really figured out the shorts thing, and he's really growing his channel and working hard to build his community over there on him. So I just want to acknowledge Craig while he's in here and say congratulations to him. Mermaid Nina Travels went over 500,000 views on her channel. She's been doing it for quite a while. And to go over, there's Christy. We were just talking about you, Christy. There it is right there, Christy. See, I was just talking about you with 200,000 views on your channel. But Mermaid Nina went over 500,000 on hers. I think it's fantastic. And congratulations and excellent. Race to 100K, I updated it tonight. These are actual numbers we know that are right. So let's go down and say where we're at. My guest tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'll be doing a special Thursday show, 1-hour edition of our interview thing. It'll be the Big Fat Panda. Join us tomorrow night on Thursday night. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But Panda leading the group at 98.7, Provost 91.1, Paige and Mr. Morrow up to 63.1, and WDW couple up to 56.5. Following up, 48.2 with Jackie Super Enthused. There's JoJo's World, 37.4 thousand. Earsome Emporium at 35.9, and Corey's Meat World, 34.8. Logjam in there between those three. We're going to see who comes out of that pack shortly with some new and upcoming growth. Tanya, that crazy Disney lady, up to 17.6 thousand. WW Radio, it's still at 16.9. Magical News Live at 13.8. And Here with the Ears at 13.2. So that's awesome. Let's talk about what's coming up in the next couple weeks. Thursday night, this Thursday, on the show. I should have left it on here for this one. February 14th. This coming Thursday, tomorrow night, on the show, Big Fat Panda will be here. We will be interviewing him at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Come back and join us. Big Fat Panda with a special edition. Last week I was really sick. I couldn't do the show on Wednesday. I asked John if he could move it to this Thursday. He graciously did, so we will be interviewing Panda tomorrow night. This coming Friday at 9 p.m., special edition of Off the Wall will be right here on the show. I got to make up some of the broadcasts that I missed from some of the football streams. We will be interviewing Jen and Frank from D-Lo's Diz this Friday night at 9 o'clock. I'm looking forward to that. Sunday night, 7:30. This is going to be crazy. Dougie, all the way from Scotland, is coming on the show for an off-the-wall edition that will be ridiculous. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how bad it's going to be. But I know this will shake the pillars of how we do the show when Dougie comes onto the channel and is answering questions Sunday night, 7:30, off the wall on this show. I cannot wait. And one other thing, next Friday night, which will be the 5th of February, it's the Kenzie Days rescheduling. We will be doing an interview with Kenzie Days that will be off the wall. I've got questions about how Matt can take off her bra with one hand that we can't wait to ask, and I can't wait to hear her answer. So I'll probably get in trouble. Tina, do you think I'm going to get in trouble? I think I'm going to get in trouble. But it'll be interesting to say nonetheless. So that'll be interesting as well. So, all right, I got to do this because I'm legally bound. I'm not happy about it. I got this from Steve's attorney a little bit ago. February the 14th. Just so you know, February 14th, okay? Right there, February 14th, on this channel. I got into a dissertation with Steve the other day, ended up into him challenging my integrity. I didn't appreciate it. He did it respectfully. He did it with integrity himself, but I don't like being challenged. And now I've got to go into the hot seat myself and be asked these ridiculous questions. There's no way I'm taking the 5th. He wants to come on and challenge me. Well, I'm going to put Steve in his place that way. So February 14th, Valentine's Day night, we're going to go a little bit later so that everybody can get their Valentine's Day dinner in. And I am going to go off the wall. It is Steve from Steve's World, Mr. All Things Fun, the Puzzle Master Super Taster, taking on me, the godfather of the community. And I'm telling you, I'm not happy about it. But legally, I'm obligated. I had to put this up on the screen, and I'll be having to create a thumbnail very shortly. Thank you to these special people that help me with my channel all the time. Dad Builds, Stagger Parks, Magic News Live, Casey Bryant, Pro Manhattan. I say thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here. Real quick, let's say thank you to our members. Just a quick Muppet thing. A couple channels, and then we'll bring Eric back on. I thank you for him sitting here hanging out while I do the close. I just want to real quick go through and say thank you to these members. These are the VIP members of my channel. They support it unconstitutionally and without any hesitation and fear. Please check out these people and their channels if you haven't already. I can't say enough about it. It helps me to do the channel. We couldn't do everything that we're doing without it to help pay for all the costs of what it costs to do it. I just bought a whole bunch of new hours, 100 new hours on Ecamm, and anybody that has Ecamm will tell you it's not cheap. So that I could buy additional hours. So thank you to everybody's logo and name that comes up here on the screen right now. These are VIP members of the channel, and we are so appreciative to have you. If you want your name up in lights and up there recognized as part of it, become a VIP member of the channel and join us. I'd love to see your logo up there as well with all these other people being recognized and thanked, and having more people have a chance to see your name and your channel out there and hopefully come over to support you. Again, can't say enough. Can't say enough. Can't say enough. Thank you. I'm so gracious. We remember all the people that were inducted this year with the Muppets and with our Pixar badge of honor. There's Walter Graham's Dougie. Hello there, lads and lassies. What's the scoop is, you're going to be in the hot seat Sunday night, and I've got questions I can't wait to ask you, which is going to be one of the best hot seats of 2021. I guarantee it. You can take that to the bank. These people are also, again, inducted into here, into our Legacy Recognition of Honor. They were just recently inducted, but here's the cool thing. Star Wars is coming April 21st. Yeah, Dougie's the scoop, right? He is the scoop. Here's the cool thing. The voting ballots are out there. The ballots have been given to Geeking Out with Melly Mel. Welcome in, Mel. The ballots have been sent to everybody who is a participating channel, to everybody who is an inducted member to vote in the new class. It's on your email. If you didn't get it, reach out to me. They are due back within 3 weeks. Once the voting's done, it's done. The new class will be put together Please don't miss out on getting your vote in. Can't wait to sit down and talk more with Mel in the future. I love geeking out with Mel and Mel. These are the participating channels. Right now, we will have 2 more new participating channels to be announced the night of the event. We found 2 other channels that we thought were perfect to be a part of this, and we can't wait to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. Finally, before I bring on Dougie, just a reminder here that, hey, these are the channels that I check out every week on my channel. Not saying that other people aren't great. I watch a lot of people too. I watch Eric's stuff. I watch Mel. I watch Dougie from Walt to Graham's. I watch Dad Builds and everybody. I put up certain people for certain reasons, and I just highlight them each week. Here's your Monday viewing. You know the logos. You know who these people are. Go check them out. They're phenomenal all the way through. If they have a number next to their name, of course, they were already inducted into the Recognition Hall of Fame. Somebody came in and said, "You stink," and hit that dislike button. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It doesn't bother me. I laugh about it because it helps the algorithm, you clown. Thank you very much. Tonight is Wednesday night. That means 9 o'clock at night tonight. About an hour and 4 minutes away. The Dis and That guys will be going live on their Dis and That channel. It'll be, knockdown fun, laugh out drag. Everybody will be funny except for Steve, who I'm not happy with right now. Steve will not be funny. Do me a favor, Dad Builds and everybody else. Put in the chat tonight, Steve, Pete doesn't think you're funny tonight. I'd like to see that happen when I lay and watch the bed and Ninja watch it. Corey and Lynn, of course, Living in Diz. Thursday nights, of course, our watch party that we'll be getting back to cover the NFL on the weekends. Friday, Rob Fuzz. I'm not hitting that damn horn. Resort TV 1. They got a lot of great stuff going on with those guys. They are must-see viewing on Friday nights. And, of course, Saturday finishes out the week with Disney World Freak, According to Shep, Diz Our Dream, and Myers and the Mouse. 3 of those 4 guys are my partner channels that do a great job on Saturdays. And, of course, if you're not watching these people daily, you're going to miss out. Check them out. Some great channels there that broadcast. Of course, most of them are trying to help on the race to 100K and help people to find them. I don't care if he's a straight man or not, Mar. He's not funny tonight. I'm not happy with him after the other night and this whole debacle of putting me in the hot seat. I'm not thrilled about it. So just letting everybody know. I'm not even going to comment in the chat tonight. I'm going to be grumpy and just watch from a distance, and I'm not going to hit the like button. I'm going to tell you that, too. I'm not going to hit the like button tonight because I'm grumpy. So, hey, Anthony. What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to have to do this. Anthony? Putting that out there for you, Anthony. All right, let me bring Corn Dog 1107. Pete is happy with you. Nope, not happy at all. 2 people disliking it. Thank you. I love it. Hit it more. I don't care. Let's bring our buddy back in. And let's get ready to throw it over to him for a final thought, and we will close out. Eric, thank you for sitting there and hanging out with us. So let's throw it over to you first for a final thought of the evening.
Yeah, just very grateful to be a part of this. It was very fun to talk with you. Appreciate the invite. And also, I know in kind of the audience and community, there's a lot of YouTubers and people who are trying to grow their channel. And so for all those who are trying to, don't get burned out, don't get discouraged, just keep doing what you're doing and be the kind of person that you want to be. Don't worry about the numbers so much because they'll come over time as long as you're keeping, trying to put out that quality content. It's going to come in time. So don't compare yourself to others. So that's my main thing. So yeah, just keep doing your best and people are going to tune in.
I love it. Well, thank you for coming on tonight. You're a class act. You do quality content on your channel. Very consistent. I look forward to Disney opening back up and seeing more what you can bring to our community even more as we grow. A lot of nice comments in here tonight. What in the world with Ross? Great to meet you, Eric. Looking forward to checking out your stuff and great advice. Saw a lot of nice advice all the way through as we were going through. So thank you. I saw a lot of people subscribe to you tonight. That always makes me happy when more people can find your content. Before I do my close and say goodbye, Eric, how do you say goodbye on your channel?
I usually say thanks so much, and we'll see y'all again real soon.
Well, I love that. That's a tie-in with Mickey. So as I finish out mine, let me remind everybody, if you're a creator like Eric out here, please continue to whistle while you work. We need your content in today's world. People watch more internet, social media, YouTube than they watch regular TV nowadays, and you creators are giving us something to watch. I sat and ninja watched Tina Marie today. I ninja watched 2 other channels today, Tanya That Crazy Disneyland and somebody else, just because I haven't felt up to being in the chats and and talk, and I apologize, but I do watch the content and truly enjoy watching what people do. I watched Russ the other night. I don't know, he was making a Lego or something. He was doing something, and then he went and got cookies and didn't send me any. Eric, what do you think about that? Shouldn't Russ get any Gideons?
It's trouble when they're not sharing.
I know. What are you going to do? So anyway, do me a favor. Keep creating. Keep whistle while you work. For all you content consumers out there, please continue to do me a favor and find your happily ever after right here in the Disney YouTube community. We appreciate it. Again, if you're struggling in life or struggling with challenging times, there's my beautiful daughter coming to help me close things out. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. Don't forget, 7 o'clock right here with the Big Fat Panda. If you're struggling out there, reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member, reach out to a professional. Don't sit at home and struggle. There's people out here that want to help, and we care about you. And please don't sit there and think you're in your own little world alone, because there are people out there to help. So I'm going to throw it over to my buddy Mickey Mouse to close it out here on the show tonight. So Mickey, where are you at? Come on up and say hello.
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.